We have just made it through an eyes needle. It's Newcastle 2, Liverpool 3. Looks like Liverpool steals the victory at St. James Park. A game that looked like Liverpool were going to win it, but Newcastle somehow found a way back. And before we knew it, it was 2-2. And just like that, they give 11 minutes. And at that point in time, Liverpool was just chasing shadows. It was just all Newcastle. And you're thinking when they're giving 11 minutes, Newcastle will just find a way to score. But knowing Liverpool, I knew that 11 minutes, in as much as it looks like it's against us, in as much as it looks like it's a positive for Newcastle, this is minutes that we have to find a way. These are minutes which we have to find a way. And we did. From a Mo Salah cross, which obviously Soboslai skips it, but also protecting the ball, giving the defender that is with him the idea that he's going to kick it, but he doesn't. He opens his legs knowing that behind him is Rio Ngumoha. Rio Ngumoha at 16 years of age. The boy has nerves of steel. How he keeps himself calm, how he looks at the post and chooses a corner is just beyond me, especially at that age, especially at that electric fan base of Newcastle that was there. You know, the intensity that they created, the loud noise that they created. I mean, this is the same noise that made it difficult for Liverpool to actually play their game. Liverpool were just second fiddle in this whole game. I mean, if you look at it, you think both clubs or both teams had the same amount of players. But Newcastle were one man short. And the only man that was there to push them all the way were their fans. But their fans didn't do well enough. Because in this case, we see a young Rio keep himself cool, keep himself calm. He chooses a post and he kicks it there. And just like that, Liverpool are ahead. Liverpool leave St. James Park smiling. What a game, honestly, what a game. Before we get deeper into it, guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe and also engage in the comment section. Let us grow the platform. So, honestly speaking, right, when it comes to Arne Slot, I don't know what to make of his second game of the season. I don't know. I think my confidence in him has dwindled just a little bit. It has dwindled just a little bit. Because I don't know what's going on, but this is just not the Liverpool I know. We're not bossing games. We're being bossed by a Newcastle side that is 10 men. That is one man down. Like, how is that possible? How is that possible? And if this was a game where both teams were going to fight for Isaac, I think Newcastle did a better job. I think Newcastle did a better job. They played their hearts out. They played their hearts out from the very first moment the whistle was blown until the very last minute. Of course, in the last minute, in the last 2 minutes, it was different because of how disappointed, because of how devastated they were after having conceded, you know, in the dying minutes like that, after all the hard work they gave. I mean, unfortunately, that's how life is. Sometimes hard work does not pay. Sometimes hard work does not pay. And today's game was one of those instances where you work so hard, but Lady Luck is just not on your side. But above all, is it really Lady Luck? Or is it that being one man short was what eventually played a role in this game? Because, I mean, you should have seen those passes that Liverpool were playing. I don't know. I could just feel it that something was coming. Because it was so easy. They just kept opening them up. You know, and Liverpool created an opportunity there and they bury it, and just like that we win. A game also, I might add, that looked like it was done and dusted, but Newcastle found a way to come back to it. And that is a point, or that is the part where I actually have a problem with Arne Slot. I don't know what's going on, but Konate does not seem like the same player as that he was last season. He just looks so clumsy. He just looks like, I don't know, it looks like his head is not in the game. It looks like his head is not in the game. In the previous game, of course, he said that that second goal, it was to him. He takes full responsibility, and that is because during halftime he received a call that disturbed him. He wasn't really 100% fully focused. What's his reason for today? What's his reason for today? There's just a lot that needs to take place with this Liverpool side. And I know Salah also said it with his own mouth that, you know what, Arsenal are favourites for this year's Premier League. And now I see why. It's going to take Liverpool so much time until everything just gets to gel together. These players, they just, I don't know, they just look out of place. And this is one of those reasons why when you look at coaches like Pep or that Manchester City team, you just have to applaud them, because for them to do it 4 times in a row, it's just different. It is just different. And this Liverpool side, they don't look like they're ready to fight. They don't look like they're ready to retain the Premier League. They just don't seem like it. And to think that we're playing Arsenal next, I mean, I'm nervous. I am nervous. We're talking about an Arsenal side that went to Old Trafford, even though they didn't play their best game, but they managed, to defend. And they did that extremely well. We're talking about an Arsenal side that played against Leeds and managed to score 5 goals. How will we be against them? Will we be able to defend them? Hell, I think we're even lucky that Odegaard is injured. We're even lucky that Saka is injured. But how long will their injury be? Will it be even after our game, or will they be back before that game? Because if they're back, then we are certainly in trouble. We might also be lucky that we're playing at home. But Liverpool just has to do better. Arne Slot just has to do better. We have to fight for the league. And from the looks of it, right now, Lady Luck is just on our side. That's how we are managing to get by. That's how we're managing to get by. So we just have to play Arsenal. After playing Arsenal, with the international break and everything, we just have to find our footing. Because the league is won with, these first 10 games. That's what puts you in a very good position. That's what puts you in a very good position. And to think that we are not playing well, but we are managing results, that's good enough. But how far will Lady Luck take us? How far will Lady Luck take us? And obviously we're playing an Arsenal side, in the coming days. An Arsenal side that is more of a challenger for the league. They've won their first 2 games. So that game is going to be very important. We're going to have to get a win there. And we haven't really gotten a win against Arsenal in the past 3 seasons, I believe. We need to change that. We need to change that. But so far, from what I've seen, Arsenal are by far favourites for the league. Arsenal are by far favourites for the league. They're the ones that seem serious enough. They're the ones that know how to get, the right type of victories. Victories that when you look at, you're like, okay, that's decent enough. They fought for it. They fought for it. So a lot needs to change. A lot needs to change. But as for Newcastle, they played really, really well. And one of the reasons I believe that Newcastle has chosen Liverpool, and why Liverpool has won, if it was a game of choosing for Isaac, is the fact that even on their worst day, Liverpool just know how to do it. And the fact that the way Newcastle played today was admirable. It was really, really, really admirable. They went for it. They fought for it. But can they be able to do it game in, game out? That's where the difference lies between these 2 sides, between Newcastle and Liverpool. Liverpool can be able to do it week in and week out. Right now, they haven't really found their footing, but they're able to get the result. They're able to grind out those results. There's a time where Liverpool are going to get their groove back. You can imagine what sort of chaos we're going to create. And with that said, that's why players like Newcastle, that's why good players like Newcastle, like Alexander-Arnold, are always going to choose clubs like Liverpool, because they always find a way. Opportunities are always lurking. Lady Luck is always on our side, and that's why. Another club I wanted to talk about also was Manchester United. Oh, how terrible this United side is. Although they're not really that terrible. I think they're good, actually. I think they're good, especially their front 3. Their front 3 is not bad. Maybe one of those things that I can blame Amorim on is the fact that it didn't start off with Sesko. Because, I mean, look at Arsenal. Arteta has just taken Gyökeres and threw him in the deep end to find his way. Why doesn't Amorim do the same thing? I mean, they need a proper striker. They need a proper striker. That's what he's supposed to do with Sesko. Go inside there, you'll find your way. But he doesn't. He makes him sit out. And there are opportunities that when you look at, you think Sesko would have definitely buried this one. But apart from that, I think they really played well. It's just unfortunate when you come against teams like Fulham. When you're trying to find your footing, you don't play teams like Fulham or Brightons or Bournemouths of this world. They're always going to make it difficult for you. You need to know your story when you play against such clubs. You need to know your story. These clubs are not Wolves, and not disrespect to a club like Wolves, but they're beatable. They are beatable. And now when you have to find your stride against a team like Fulham, at a Fulham side that knows how to play, a physical, Fulham side, a Fulham side that will run for their money, it's very difficult. They'll always make it difficult for you. So I think also United suffered at that because the opponent that they played against is just not one that just lies on the ground and lets you have your way. But we'll just see how they do, in their upcoming fixture. Apart from that, I still think that what United fans need to do is they just need to rally behind their manager. They need to believe in him. He will do it right. He will do it right. I mean, they didn't play badly yesterday. They didn't play badly. Then there's also, the captain who says he missed a penalty because, the referee, bumped him. I mean, why would that take you off? That was like a mistake. That's not even something that he's supposed to be even thinking about. It's unfathomable to think that a player like him, right, like Fernandes, would do something like that. Why would you be put off by a referee? A referee that by the looks of it didn't actually do it deliberately. That was a mistake. And you allow him to put you off like that. Then you also go on to say that, but I'm not saying that I missed it because of him. I just hit the ball far too hard. Nah, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. He needs to do better. He needs to, and also he goes on to say that I missed because he didn't say sorry. What is this? What is this? We're not here to nurse your feelings. You have to think about the United fans. Those are the people that you play for. Play for the badge. Play for the badge. And that's also not how he kicks the penalty anyway. He's never really that rough. He always finesses it. And this time around he does something completely different, utterly different from how he does it every time. So Newcastle, so United just needs to, they need to do better. They need to do better. And it starts off with the captain. It starts off with Bruno. Bruno gotta do better there. He definitely has to do better there. So thank you for watching until thus far. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also comment. Also leave your comments on the comment section, and let's see how it goes. Thank you guys. We out.